Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad, and talk about your 4th of July weekend weather. For the most part, I think it's going to be fine for us right here in the Midwest, but we do have a few problem areas where Mother Nature could be supplying some of her own fireworks. But first, temperature-wise, it's going to be fairly warm across the area right here in the Ohio Valley, certainly in the 80s, maybe even a few lower 90s we may sneak into, which would be perfect for the 4th of July festivities. You can see all the dark colors across the pretty much the eastern half of the country, with the exception of northeast and out towards the west. You're seeing some precipitation out there, and that's causing some cooler temperatures. Here on Saturday, temperatures still very warm across most of the country, but notice now some yellow starting to show up right around the Great Lakes region. That's going to be the system that could cause some problems for those of you up north, but also for those of us down in the Ohio Valley. If we're traveling and you're coming back on Sunday, something we're going to have to keep an eye on, because you see here some yellow sneaking away into the Central Plains. There's going to be a frontal system that's going to be working its way towards the east. We could be looking at some showers and thunderstorms. Now again, temperatures certainly in the 80s, possibly even into the 90s right here in the Ohio Valley, and a little bit warmer certainly down towards the south. As we work our way on into Sunday to round out the weekend, again, there's going to be that low pressure system up right around the Great Lakes region. You see the yellow streaming back, not much, but enough that it does show that there's going to be some clouds and rain in this area, and that will be pushing its way more towards the east. So if you're in the Ohio Valley heading towards Chicago, it looks like you'll be hitting rain coming on back. Heading up north towards, maybe say, Traverse City, up Mackinac, up in that area, you could be looking at some showers as well, especially as you work your way back towards the south. Now also, notice a little bit of yellow down around the southeast. There's a tropical system trying to get formed. I don't think it's really going to happen, but it's going to produce quite a bit of rainfall. Here we go on your 4th of July. Notice the rain down in the southeast, mainly off the coast of the Carolinas, but if you're right along around Myrtle Beach, Savannah, looks like you're going to be on the wet side, especially down into the state of Florida. A couple of showers here in the Ohio Valley, but nothing really to mess up the parades and all the fireworks that's going to be going on. But there's that system up in the Great Lakes that could be causing some trouble, again, for driving, and also for some of the 4th of July festivities, and also down in the Central Plains. It looks like you could be seeing some showers as well. Here on Saturday, it kind of gets its act together. You see it now, a configuration from the southwest towards the northeast. That's that frontal system that's going to be pushing its way through. Saturday looks like a really nice, again, very hot day across most of the country, especially the Midwest and the southeast. But here's that system trying to get itself organized. Again, I'm not sure if it's really going to produce. It may be a tropical depression, but I think that may be the best at this point. Keep an eye on it, but there's going to be a lot of rain certainly off the coast. And those of you down in Florida, it looks like you're just going to have a fairly wet 4th of July weekend. Rounding out the weekend here on Sunday, here comes that system moving on in. Showers will be developing across the Ohio Valley and Midwest. Maybe a pocket of some severe weather in the high plains there for you. That system kind of moves its way up into the outer banks of North Carolina, so you kind of have to keep an eye on that. Still, though, kind of wet down into the Sunshine State. The problem, there's going to be a frontal system sitting down here. And anytime you have a front sneaking its way down into the Gulf of Mexico, you really have to watch it as far as any tropical development is concerned. But this is on our Sunday. Once again, coming back from a 4th of July weekend trip, you could be running into this rain coming back towards the Ohio Valley. So I'm George the Weather Dad. Have a very safe and happy 4th of July.